Get ready for a fascinating journey through prehistory. Did you know that there was a dinosaur so impressive that even the fearsome T-Rex was forced to retreat before it? In this video, we will reveal 9 surprising secrets about this mysterious giant. Imagine a predator that made even the fiercest hunters rethink their strategies. How could it so effectively protect itself from the most brutal attacks and surprise its enemies? Follow along to find out what made this dinosaur so feared and how its menacing presence shaped the dynamics of the last days of the dinosaur era. Don't miss this unique chance to learn about the history that still challenges our understanding of the kingdom of prehistoric giants. Before continuing, check if you are already subscribed to my channel. It will be a pleasure to have you here with me. This helps me bring you more informative content. Secret number 1, the dominance of the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Imagine a wild landscape about 66 million years ago, during the Cretaceous period. The sun shines brightly over vast plains, dense forests, and winding rivers. This was the world of the dinosaurs, and in it reigned an undisputed sovereign, the Tyrannosaurus Rex. The T-Rex, whose name means King of the Tyrannosaurus lizards, was truly a majestic and terrifying creature. With a height that could reach 6 meters and a length of up to 12 meters, this predator was a colossus among dinosaurs. Weighing around 9 tons, its muscular and powerful body made it a perfect hunting machine. This carnivorous giant had an enormous head, with incredibly strong jaws that housed around 60 serrated teeth, some measuring up to 30 centimeters in length. With a bite capable of crushing bone, the T-Rex could take down large prey with ease. Its long, robust legs allowed it to reach impressive speeds for its size, making it not only powerful, but also agile. But T-Rex wasn't just a ruthless hunter, it was also a strategist. Imagine it lurking in the trees, its keen eyes intently watching a group of hadrosaurs grazing in the distance. With an exceptionally developed sense of smell, it could detect prey from miles away. Silent and patient, it approached, each step calculated to avoid alerting its future meal. When the moment to strike came, T-Rex would lunge with overwhelming force. Its prey, taken by surprise, would try to escape, but few could escape the clutches of this predator. In a confrontation with a Triceratops, a heavily armed herbivore with 3 sharp horns and a large bony shield, T-Rex used its intelligence and brute strength. Avoiding the dangerous horns, it would attack the unprotected flanks, using its powerful jaws to inflict fatal damage. Interestingly, despite its fearsome reputation, the T-Rex also played a crucial role in the ecosystem. As an apex predator, it helped maintain the balance between herbivorous dinosaur populations, preventing overpopulation and resource shortages. Its remains, after death, provided essential nutrients for other organisms, perpetuating the cycle of life in the age of dinosaurs. In addition to being an efficient hunter, the T-Rex was also a social animal. Fossil evidence suggests that these giants would live and hunt in small, possibly family, groups. Imagine a pack of young T-Rex learning to hunt from the adults, developing skills that would allow them to survive in such a fierce world. The age of the T-Rex was a time of constant struggle for survival, where each day presented new challenges and dangers. Despite this, the king of the tyrant lizards ruled his kingdom with a lethal combination of strength, intelligence, and adaptability. Its legacy lives on to this day, fascinating and inspiring generations, and its name will continue to be synonymous with power and majesty in the world of dinosaurs. In the next chapter, we'll delve into the fascinating discovery of the Ankylosaurus, a dinosaur just as impressive as the T-Rex, but with a completely different approach to survival. Stay with us as we explore how this armored herbivore navigated the same dangerous territories and left its indelible mark on history. Secret number 2, your discovery of the Ankylosaurus. Let's travel back in time again, this time to the early 20th century. We are in the heart of Montana, in the famous Hell Creek Formation, a place that would become known as one of the richest fossil deposits in the world. Amidst arid and mountainous landscapes, paleontologists worked tirelessly under the scorching sun, carefully excavating each layer of earth, hoping to uncover the secrets of the prehistoric past. It was during these expeditions that, in 1908, an extraordinary discovery was made. Among bone fragments and fossilized remains, a creature emerged that defied expectations: the Ankylosaurus. Unlike any other dinosaur found until then, its appearance was so unique and intriguing that scientists quickly realized they had something special on their hands. The Ankylosaurus, whose name means fused lizard, was a true living fortress. This herbivorous dinosaur, which walked on all fours, was covered in armor composed of bony plates, known as osteoderms, that fused to its skin. This armor not only offered protection from predators, but also gave Ankylosaurus an almost impenetrable appearance, as if it were a natural tank. Imagine the excitement of paleontologists when they unearthed the bones of this armored giant. Each piece of armor was like a puzzle, a piece of a jigsaw puzzle that revealed a creature that lived millions of years ago. The bony plates, some large and some smaller, were arranged in such a way as to completely cover Ankylosaurus' body, from its head to the tip of its tail. And what an impressive tail it was! It ended in a massive bony club, a formidable weapon that Ankylosaurus could use to defend itself from attackers. This discovery led scientists to create a new category of dinosaurs: Ankylosauria. This group included all dinosaurs that shared the characteristic body armor. With Ankylosaurus, paleontologists have begun to better understand how evolution had produced these incredible living defense machines. But what would it have been like to live in the time of Ankylosaurus? Imagine a landscape rich in vegetation, with dense forests and lush green plains. Ankylosaurus, with its robust body and short stature, moved slowly through the vegetation, eating low-lying plants and using its armor to protect itself from hungry predators like Tyrannosaurus Rex. Its life was a constant search for food and safety, navigating a world full of dangers. Ankylosaurus was not only a marvel of defense, but also an example of how life on Earth evolved to meet the most extreme challenges. Its discovery in the early 1900s not only expanded our knowledge of dinosaurs, but also gave us a window into a past where survival required both intelligence and brute strength. In the next chapter, we will explore the distinctive features of the Ankylosaurus, detailing how its body was a true masterpiece of evolution, perfectly adapted for life in a prehistoric world full of ferocious predators. Stay with us as we continue our journey through the fascinating world of dinosaurs and discover more about these incredible creatures that once dominated our planet. Secret number 3, their distinctive features. Imagine a dense, vibrant forest in the Cretaceous period, with lush plants and warm, humid air. Into this primitive environment emerges a unique and fascinating creature: the Ankylosaurus. Let's delve into the features that make this dinosaur a true prodigy of nature, a masterpiece of evolution. With its robust, low body, the Ankylosaurus was a veritable living tank. Its body was a walking fortress, protected by armor composed of osteoderms, bony plates that fused to the skin. These plates were not solid. Instead, they were hollow underneath. This clever structure gave the Ankylosaurus an essential combination of flexibility and strength. Imagine a row of plates, each with a hollow base that allowed Ankylosaurus to move with surprising agility for an animal of its build. This flexibility was crucial to its survival. In a world where predators like Tyrannosaurus Rex lurked, the ability to move quickly and withstand crushing bites was a matter of life and death. The bony plates varied in size and shape, creating a mosaic of protection across its body. From head to tail, each plate had a specific purpose. Some were larger and thicker, providing an impenetrable barrier against direct attacks. Others, smaller and lighter, allowed Ankylosaurus to maintain the mobility needed to forage and avoid danger. The highlight of Ankylosaurus' defensive arsenal, however, was the club at the end of its tail. Imagine a massive bony club, capable of delivering devastating blows with impressive force. This club was not just a passive weapon, it was an active tool of defense. When threatened, Ankylosaurus could swing its tail with force and precision, striking its attacker with bone-shattering force. Let's imagine a scene from Ankylosaurus's daily life. On a sunny morning, it walks slowly through the forest, its armor reflecting the sunlight. Suddenly, a predator lurks in the shadows, ready to strike. Sensing danger, Ankylosaurus positions itself defensively. When the predator lunges, its tail club springs into action, swinging with deadly precision and repelling the attack. The wounded and frightened predator retreats, leaving Ankylosaurus alone. In addition to its armor and club, Ankylosaurus had other impressive adaptations. Its body was broad and low, providing a stable center of gravity that helped it resist being knocked over. Its short but powerful legs were perfectly suited to supporting its weight and allowing it to move through dense vegetation. Another fascinating feature was its head, also protected by bony plates. Its skull was flat and broad, allowing it to graze on low-lying plants efficiently. Its eyes were positioned to provide a wide-angle view, essential for detecting threats in the environment around it. Ankylosaurus was a marvel of evolutionary design, combining impenetrable defense with astonishing flexibility. Every aspect of its anatomy was a direct response to the challenges of surviving in a world full of dangers. By understanding these distinctive features, we can appreciate the complexity and beauty of this incredible dinosaur. Stay with us as we continue to learn more about Ankylosaurus and other fascinating inhabitants of the Cretaceous. In the next chapter, we'll dive into the measurements and weight of this armored dinosaur, revealing more about its impressive physical presence. The journey through the prehistoric past continues, filled with discoveries and wonders that connect us to the deep roots of the history of life on Earth. Secret number 4, Ankylosaurus size and weight, the armored giant. Imagine a prehistoric world where immense and fascinating creatures roam beneath vibrantly hued skies and lush landscapes. Amidst this grandiose setting stands Ankylosaurus, one of the most impressive dinosaurs to ever roam the Earth. With a size that commanded the attention of everyone around it, Ankylosaurus did not go unnoticed. Adults of this magnificent species measured an impressive 17 to 33 feet, 5.4 to 10 meters, in length. To give you an idea, that's about the length of a school bus or, in more epic terms, the size of a small house. This length, combined with its height of 1.7 meters at the hips, made the Ankylosaurus a true giant among the dinosaurs of its time. But what really made the Ankylosaurus so remarkable was not only its size, but also its colossal weight. This dinosaur weighed between 5 and 8 tons, a weight that could be compared to that of a full bus or even a small airplane. Imagine an armored giant, weighing as much as a few elephants, marching through the dense vegetation of the forests of the late Cretaceous. This impressive mass was not only due to the size of the Ankylosaurus, but also to its robust body structure. It looked like a war tank, a true colossus of nature. The body of the Ankylosaurus was a block of strength and resistance, designed to withstand impacts and attacks from predators. The large amount of bones and plates that covered its skin added extra weight, making it one of the heaviest dinosaurs of its time. The Ankylosaurus's size and weight were not just a physical attribute, but a strategic advantage in its prehistoric world. In an environment filled with ferocious predators, such as the fearsome Tyrannosaurus Rex, being large and heavy was a significant advantage. The Ankylosaurus's immense weight and robust structure were its natural defenses against attack. Imagine the Ankylosaurus moving slowly through its habitat, with the weight of a small mountain resting on its short, strong legs. Its compact, muscular form, combined with its colossal size, made it an intimidating opponent for any predator. Although the Ankylosaurus was not the fastest dinosaur, its incredible endurance and defense made it nearly impenetrable. And so, the Ankylosaurus, with its impressive size and formidable weight, walked through a world where every step was a reminder of its greatness. Its striking and imposing presence made it one of the great titans of the age of dinosaurs, a true armored giant that dominated the landscapes of the late Cretaceous. In the next chapter, we will explore more about how the Ankylosaurus used its size and strength to defend itself from dangers, and what strategies it employed to survive in a world full of threats. Stay with us to discover more about this fascinating dinosaur and its incredible adaptations. Secret number 5, its armor and defense, the protector of the dinosaur age. In the heart of the dinosaur age, among the green and dense habitats of the late Cretaceous, An impressive creature stood out for its unique appearance and a truly extraordinary defense system. The Ankylosaurus, with its almost impenetrable armor, was a perfect example of how evolution shaped living beings to survive in a world full of dangers. Imagine a huge dinosaur walking through the forest, its body covered in a veritable fortress of bony plates. These plates, called osteoderms, formed a thick and robust armor that extended over a large part of its body. However, the Ankylosaurus armor was not evenly distributed. It was concentrated especially in the most vulnerable areas, such as the neck and sides of the body. Each bony plate was a masterpiece of natural engineering. Beneath this hard, solid armor was a surprisingly sophisticated structure. Fibers of collagen, a type of protein also found in our skin, ligaments, and tendons, were present to provide flexibility and strength. These fibers helped absorb the impact of predator attacks and distribute pressure more evenly. Think of the Ankylosaurus as a prehistoric war tank. Its armor didn't just protect against bites and blows. It also helped to fix muscles and repair any damage. In an environment where predators were a constant threat, this ability to absorb shock and withstand impacts was vital to the Ankylosaurus' survival. When a predator, such as the fearsome Tyrannosaurus Rex, tried to attack, the Ankylosaurus was ready. The armor, concentrated around the neck and in areas where the danger was greatest, acted as a veritable wall. Furthermore, the flexible structure of the plates allowed the dinosaur to move with a certain agility, despite its impressive size and weight. In battle, Ankylosaurus benefited greatly from its armor. With such a well-protected form, it could face frontal attacks with greater confidence. If a predator tried to bite or attack, the impact was absorbed by the robust armor and collagen fibers. If any of the plates were damaged, the dinosaur's natural repair system would go to work, helping to restore the integrity of the armor. This protection was also a testament to the importance of defense in the life of Ankylosaurus. Throughout its life, it faced countless challenges and predators. The ability to withstand attacks and keep itself safe was crucial to its survival and success. And so, with its exceptional armor and defensive abilities, Ankylosaurus navigated a prehistoric world full of dangers. Its ability to protect itself and adapt to its surroundings makes it one of the most fascinating and remarkable dinosaurs of the age of large reptiles. In the next chapter, we'll learn how Ankylosaurus used its armor and defensive abilities to protect itself from threats and what crucial role it played in its ecosystem. Stay with us as we continue our journey and discover more about this incredible dinosaur and its fascinating world. Secret number 6. Its tail club, the ultimate defensive weapon. In the vast and wild universe of the late Cretaceous, where dinosaurs roamed ancient landscapes, one dinosaur in particular stood out not only for its impressive armor, but also for a truly formidable defensive weapon: its club-like tail. Imagine an Ankylosaurus, with its robust body covered in bony plates, striding through dense vegetation. Its tail, however, was much more than a simple extension of its body. It was a powerful battle club, a weapon evolved for defense and protection. At the end of its tail, a large, heavy mass of osteoderms formed a solid structure capable of delivering devastating blows. Picture the scene. Ankylosaurus stands in the stillness of the forest, its tail swinging gently in time with its heavy strides. But when it senses the approach of a predator, its posture changes. The tail raises and prepares, its club-like structure ready for action. What seems like a simple movement is actually a preparation for an attack of overwhelming force. This club was not just an adornment. It was a strategic and effective weapon. The impact force that Ankylosaurus could generate with its club-like tail was impressive, exceeding 20,000 newtons. To put this in perspective, it is as if the dinosaur could deliver a blow with the force equivalent to that of a medium-sized car crashing into a concrete wall. Each movement of the tail was not only powerful, but also a display of precision and control. When a predator, such as a hungry Tyrannosaurus Rex, tried to attack, Ankylosaurus would use its tail masterfully. Imagine the resounding sound of a well-aimed blow as the club slammed into the attacker. Ankylosaurus' tail was capable of breaking bones and causing significant injuries, making any attack a painful and disheartening experience for predators. In addition to its offensive effectiveness, the club-like tail also served as a crucial defense. In a world where survival depended as much on the ability to attack as it did on the ability to protect itself, Ankylosaurus had a significant advantage. It could defend itself against large, ferocious predators, using its club to repel attacks and protect its most vulnerable parts, such as its neck and back. Ankylosaurus' club-like tail was a marvel of natural engineering, showing how evolution had honed this dinosaur to meet the challenges of its time. Each blow was a reminder of its adaptation to its harsh environment and constant danger. As Ankylosaurus roamed its territory, its club-like tail was always ready to defend itself from any threat. The combination of its robust armor and defensive weapon formed a nearly impenetrable defense, allowing it to live and thrive in a world where powerful predators were a constant threat. In the next chapter, we will look at the vulnerability of young Ankylosaurus and how they relied on group strategies to survive until they reached adulthood. Stay with us to learn more about the social and survival dynamics of this fascinating dinosaur. Secret number 7, their youthful vulnerability. Let's go back in time, to a time when the prehistoric world was full of impressive dinosaurs, and learn about a part of Ankylosaurus's life that often goes unnoticed: their youth. Imagine a group of young Ankylosaurus, newly hatched in a wild and dangerous world. These little dinosaurs, while promising, were not yet the armored and fearsome giants they would become as adults. Instead of being covered in robust armor and possessing powerful club-like tails, the Ankylosaurus hatchlings had lighter and less developed protection. The bodies of young Ankylosaurus were a mix of potential and vulnerability. Their armor, composed of bony plates called osteoderms, was still developing. These plates were smaller and thinner than those of adults, making the young more susceptible to attacks from predators. The club-like tails, while present, were still incomplete and less effective as a defensive weapon. It was a phase in which the protection that these tails could offer was far from being fully formed, which made these puppies more vulnerable to the dangers of the environment. These young Ankylosaurus needed an effective defense plan until their armor and tails were fully developed. Here comes a crucial strategy: group behavior. Unlike adults, which could fend off threats with their impressive defenses, the hatchlings gathered in tight-knit groups. Living in a group provided an extra layer of security. They were faster and more agile, and the presence of several individuals helped to create a surveillance network. When a predator approached, the young Ankylosaurus could retreat into the middle of the group, where the presence of many peers provided a natural shield. Let's imagine a typical moment in the life of these hatchlings. They graze in safer areas filled with abundant vegetation, under the watchful eye of adults. If a predator approached, the hatchlings would quickly group together, forming a line of defense. The mothers and other older members of the group would stand nearby, ready to use their robust armor and club-like tails to protect the young. Their warning calls and coordinated movements helped keep their young safe, allowing them to grow and develop their own natural defenses. During this vulnerable phase, life was a delicate balance between growth and survival. Nature had its challenges, but it was also full of learning opportunities. In time, these young would grow into the formidable adult Ankylosaurus, ready to use their full armor and club-like tails with dexterity. Until then, their lives were a combination of caution and cooperation, essential to ensuring that they reached adulthood and became the master defenders that nature designed them to be. As we continue our journey through the life of Ankylosaurus, we will explore more about how these dinosaurs interacted with their environment and how their unique adaptations contributed to their survival. Stay tuned for more fascinating stories about these denizens of the age of dinosaurs. Secret number 8. Ankylosaurus diet and digestion. Let's transport ourselves to a vibrant late Cretaceous setting, where an Ankylosaurus is preparing for its day. The sun is just beginning to rise over a vast field of vegetation, and the fresh scent of plants in the air is unmistakable. Our protagonist, a robust Ankylosaurus, is moving slowly, ready to begin its morning feeding routine. This dinosaur, with its impressive armored body, is not only a walking fortress. It is also a skilled consumer of vegetation. Its diet consists mainly of low-lying plants, and its mouth structure is perfectly adapted for this type of feeding. Its broad, shovel-like snout is ideal for tearing up and consuming a wide variety of low-lying vegetation. With slow, calculated movements, the Ankylosaurus uses its flat teeth to cut and grind the plants, making the most of each meal. Ankylosaurus digestion is a true wonder of nature. Inside its body, the digestive system is specially adapted to handle large amounts of vegetation. The most interesting part is the large intestine, where food fermentation takes place. After ingestion, plants are partially broken down in the stomach, but the real magic happens in the large intestine, where fermentation helps break down hard-to-digest plant fibers. Imagine the inside of the Ankylosaurus as a sophisticated biological machine. In the large intestine, microorganisms and bacteria help break down plant fibers into usable nutrients. This process is not fast, but it is efficient, allowing the Ankylosaurus to absorb maximum energy from its plant-based diet. Due to the voluminous nature of its diet, the Ankylosaurus needs to consume large amounts of vegetation daily to obtain enough of the nutrients it needs to maintain its large body and impressive defenses. Picture the Ankylosaurus grazing calmly across a green field, moving from one spot to another, constantly searching for new food sources. Its day is a constant cycle of feeding, digesting, and resting. This dinosaur must ensure that it is consuming the appropriate amount of vegetation to sustain its life and maintain its natural defenses. To ensure complete nutrition, it seeks out nutrient-rich plants and takes advantage of every opportunity to forage. Throughout the day, the Ankylosaurus must balance its need for food with its safety. While it feeds, it must remain vigilant, always on the lookout for potential predators. Feeding, while essential, is also an activity that requires attention to ensure that it does not become easy prey for the carnivores in the area. As the sun sets and night approaches, the Ankylosaurus ends its day of feeding, satisfied with the amount of vegetation it has consumed. It retreats to a safer location where it can rest and prepare for the next day of foraging. The cycle continues, and the life of the Ankylosaurus continues as it seeks to survive in a prehistoric world filled with challenges and wonders. Stay with us as we learn more about the fascinating life of the Ankylosaurus and how its unique adaptations helped ensure its survival on an ancient and unforgiving planet. Secret number 9. Ankylosaurus habitat and distribution. Imagine yourself transported to a vibrant prehistoric world some 66 million years ago, at the end of the Cretaceous period. The setting is a vast and diverse landscape that stretches across northwestern North America and into Alberta, Canada. Here, Ankylosaurus found its home, navigating an environment that offered both challenges and opportunities for this remarkable armored dinosaur. Ankylosaurus inhabited floodplains, a type of terrain formed by sediments carried by rivers and floods. These areas were vast and fertile, covered in dense vegetation that provided an abundant diet of low-lying plants. The floodplains were often accompanied by subtropical forests, where large trees and low shrubs created a rich and varied environment. The climate was subtropical, with mild temperatures and humidity that favored the growth of lush and varied vegetation. In this lush environment, Ankylosaurus moved with ease. Its heavy footsteps echoed across the soft soil of the plains as it fed on a variety of plants. The nearby forests offered shelter and protection from predators, as well as access to different types of vegetation that complemented its diet. Ankylosaurus knew that in order to survive, it needed to make the most of what its habitat had to offer. But Ankylosaurus's world was not just a landscape of tranquility and abundance. It shared this space with a multitude of other dinosaurs, each playing its own role in the complex web of life. Ankylosaurus coexisted with other herbivores, such as Triceratops, which also fed on the plants that abounded in the plains. These giants with hooves and spines navigated an environment rich in resources, but also full of competition. Amidst this mix of life, predators were a constant threat. Carnivores such as Tyrannosaurus Rex patrolled the territory, always on the lookout for prey. For this reason, Ankylosaurus's defensive prowess was essential. Its robust armor and club-like tail were its main defenses against attack. As it moved through the trees and along riverbanks, Ankylosaurus kept an eye out for signs of danger, always ready to protect itself if necessary. In addition to forests and plains, Ankylosaurus was often found near rivers and lakes. Not only did these bodies of water provide essential water for survival, but they were also rich in aquatic and semi-aquatic vegetation. These aquatic environments added an extra layer of complexity to its habitat, providing new food sources and opportunities to stay hydrated. As the seasons changed, Ankylosaurus adapted to its environment. During drier periods, it may have had to travel longer distances to find food and water. During wetter seasons, the terrain may have become a bit more difficult to navigate, but the abundance of vegetation made the extra effort worthwhile. Ankylosaurus' ability to adapt to these seasonal variations was crucial to its survival. In short, Ankylosaurus' habitat was a vibrant tapestry of floodplains and subtropical forests, teeming with diverse vegetation and life. Every element of its environment played a vital role in its daily life, from feeding to defending itself against predators. Ankylosaurus was a true master of its domain, navigating a world of challenges and opportunities with an impressive combination of strength and adaptability. Read on to learn more about the fascinating life of this armored dinosaur and how it interacted with its environment and other inhabitants of the prehistoric world. So, are you curious to learn more about these prehistoric giants? If you enjoyed discovering the secrets of this incredible dinosaur and want to see more fascinating content about the world of dinosaurs, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and check out our complete playlist. Leave your comment and share your impressions with us. We love hearing what you have to say. See you in the next video.